And we're back here, and with me this morning is Sara Stevens, co-director and occupational therapist at Therapy Works. Now, recently, Sara, there was the issue on the topic of an incident that occurred, and one of the major underlining point was the topic of school funding in regards to children with special needs. Now, we're going to speak about that because it's very relevant right now, and I'm sure there are lots of parents out there who find this very pertinent. So, I'm glad to have you here this morning to share that information with us.
Yeah, the heart of the issue was that there are children with special needs in Trinidad and Tobago are almost always excluded from accessing education, free education, state-sponsored education. Recent statistics with the World Health Organization say about 6% of primary school children in the States have some kind of disability, and while that's US-based, it can be kind of considered pretty typical worldwide. So that means a significant portion of children in Trinidad and Tobago, citizens in Trinidad and Tobago, are not do not have access to education. They're not able to reach their maximum potential, and they're not able to contribute to society to their best ability. So we're so grateful for this now morning show on TTT,
Right.
because it gives us an opportunity to advocate for these families and share advice and help support those families that need it.
We're grateful that you come here, every Monday to share and give that information that would otherwise be scarce available to, especially to families who may not be of a certain financial status.
Yeah.
Because as it stands right now in regards to care and therapy for special needs, it is vastly available on the private sector.
Exactly.
and not on the public sector. So thank you for being able to come in and share and really broadcast out there, because somebody could be watching right now and this could help change their lives or the lives of their children.
Yeah.
All right. So as therapists for children with special needs, can you help us better understand this?
Sure. The team at Therapy Works really believe that it's our goal, our job and our calling to be the advocates and help lend our voices, our expertise, and our experience. Because just because a child has special needs does not mean that they're inferior, they're invaluable, doesn't mean that they shouldn't have all the opportunities other children should have. And so really, they might need more care, but they're still equal citizens in Trinidad and Tobago.
This must be very challenging for their parents and families.
Yeah, I think that like any parent, they want the best for their children, but a lot of these families that lack access to education, they're home taking care of their child, trying to provide what they can, but it puts them in isolation. And really, the child that fell and got hurt, she was a little girl with autism. But this access to education is not just for children on the autism spectrum. It also includes children with Down syndrome, autism, cerebral palsy, learning disabilities, hard of hearing, and even some kids with like severe ADHD, something you think our teachers should be able to handle. They're not given the supports, and so they struggle. And even those kids maybe can't succeed in a public school. Yeah,
because there's not the infrastructure many times in place to support children that have those requirements and have those needs.
Yeah, we can't just expect teachers to just know what to do when they're trained to teach
kids,
neurotypical children.
Yeah, exactly. The current issue deals with the lack of services provided by the state for children with special needs. What should we be doing as a country?
Well, so the good thing is that we have the professionals in place here in Trinidad and Tobago. Across the world, people with special needs are given opportunity. The key catchphrase in the U.S. is to give them access to free and equal educationally appropriate services. So a child with special needs may be identified before school, or if they're struggling with academics in school, they'd be assessed by a psychologist, a school psychologist, and a special ed teacher. And from there, they determine who else needs to be in the team: occupational therapist, speech therapist, remedial specialist. And with the child, with the assessment team in place and the parents, because parents are a key piece to that, they assess, they get together, they write something called an IEP, an individual educational plan, and they create a plan for the child for the upcoming year to make sure that they're getting the appropriate education. And we have all those professionals here. We just unfortunately don't have to the numbers in certain areas that we need to be able to service all the children who need help.
And definitely there's a segment in society that needs this type of help.
Yeah.
And it's something that I believe we need to see more of, and access needs to be available.
Yeah, I agree. And there's examples, if we could get children to get services early on, instead of having to wait till they're 5 or 6, if we can help service them early, then we're going to be able to support them early on. And Gandhi was quoted as saying that the measure of a great society is how it services their weakest members. And really, for Trinidad to be a great society, we have to be inclusive for all.
Yeah, exactly. You know, every creed and race find an
Yes,
equal place.
exactly.
You know, and that includes those with special needs and, you know, with
Exactly.
different abilities as
Yeah.
well. All right, Sarah, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
again
you.
this morning and sharing. You know, I hope that some parents out there could have gotten a better understanding of, you know, this issue and, you know, the things that are available at this point in time.
And hopefully the government can see that we have these services, we just need to put them in place.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks.
All right. So we still have more to come. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.